Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urius Papers here coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, no, I'm not giving this a D. This is one of my favorites. It is a spell. So it's time for another edition of the Dr. Spell Prognosis. And we're finally on first level spells, and the first one is Absorb Elements. We're not giving it a D, we give it a solid A. This is a great spell that when I have a choice to take this spell, I almost always take it. So there are essentially three panic button spells that I will take for wizards and sorcerers mainly, and artificers if they can take it. And that is Absorb Elements, Silvery Barbs, and Shield. Now, I don't always take Shield, but I do always take Absorb Elements. If I can get it, I'm going to take it, because Absorb Elements always has utility, and it never loses its utility no matter what level you are. This will never lose its usefulness no matter how high a level you are. So, it's a first level spell. It is usable by druids, rangers, sorcerers, wizards, and artificers. So, right off the bat, a bunch of different classes can use it. And it is a reaction. That's one of the great things about this spell is it's a reaction. It's on self. It only has one component, a somatic component. It lasts for an entire round. Kind of lasts for an entire round. School of Abjuration, there's no attack save. It has a damage effect. So the spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack. That's really important, melee attack. So the latter half of this spell is pretty worthless, but the reaction part of it is just choice. You have resistance to the triggering damage until the start of your next turn. So dragons beware. That red dragon hits me with a fire breath. I am now resistant to fire until the start of my next turn. So for a full round, we're going to get resistance to fire. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack, again a melee attack, on your next turn, the target takes an extra d6 of the triggering type and the spell ends. The problem with that is that if I got a red dragon who breathes fire on me, and then I go to hit it and I'm going to do fire damage, that's not going to do anything. It would be nice if you got to choose what kind of damage it did, or if it just did like force damage, but it does the same damage, so that's not great. At higher levels, when you cast this using a higher level spell slot, it does extra damage. But again, the thing that did the elemental damage to you normally is resistant to that damage type. Now, again, I put in the thumbnail, Dragons Beware. I have used this many times against dragons with my characters, and if you make your saving throw and then you put this on, you're taking a quarter damage. So 100 damage becomes 25 damage. That's fantastic. Like even at lower levels, your lower level characters can survive a dragon with the use of Absorb Elements pretty easily. The Dragon's Breath is one of the scariest things in 5th edition. Does so much damage. But with this is the anti-dragon. This is also the anti-fireball and anti-lightning bolt and anti-cone of cold too. So if you're up against a opponent spellcaster who's got pretty nasty spells, you can whip this one out every time, and it's going to become the DM's headache. And it's really a big DM's headache. And I do a lot of DMing, and it's a big headache for me when I have opponents that are coming out against the players, and every person pulls out Absorb Elements. And I see this at almost every table I sit down where players who are power gamers, and this is the power gaming channel, Players who are power gamers know this spell. They love this spell. They have all given it an A, just like I've given it an A. And they're all putting it on their characters, or they're all trying to get it on their characters, regardless of what kind of character it is, so that when they get hit by a fireball, they go, oh, I made my reflex on my deck save, so I'm taking half damage. Oh, by the way, I'm going to hit absorb elements on that one too, so I take a quarter damage. And that can be, that can be a little frustrating for the DM. As a DM, you should be trying everybody to have fun. But the DM wants their props too, and they want to be able to do damage. And it is a little depressing when everybody goes, oh, absorb elements, okay, I'm done. And then on the melee side, and we'll talk about this when we get to that spell a ways from now, the Silvery Barbs has kind of got the same feeling. So does Shield. So this is one of those three that is a reaction, and it is something that can save a player's life very easily. All right, that's what I got for you today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.